Hi guys, welcome to Robin Hood Diaries again today. You'll have to excuse the informal attire, but the show is about Alexis, and Alexis would curse me if I did this show in a button-down shirt. So, I got so much to pack in here because I can only talk about like the later part. Because if I went all the way back to 1992, we'd be here forever. I first met Alexis in 1992 at the house off of Larchmont at his birthday party with Gary Stella. Hi, Gary. And got to know Alexis at that party. Then since then, we, through a friend, ended up at a very sketchy dive bar in the East San Fernando Valley. This is typical, not typical, but this is not surprising. And so to things like that, or anything I say like, oh, Alexis never told me that, my answer would be, yeah, and? Or, exactly. So, this place was called Jox, J-O-X, whatever. Then I got to know him a little bit more. And then I would only see, this was all boy drag. Then I would see, you'll excuse the hims and the hers because I knew Alexis early on and it was very fluid in terms of the pronouns. Anyway, so next time she sees me is out on the scene, boy drag, girl drag, mostly in boy drag I saw him. So she has this thing where, this ongoing thing where she teases me about the dimensions of something and she's always grabbing up my dress, saying, are you wearing underwear? And I always say no, and I of course always was, a G-string or something, or jockstrap or panties, but he would always make sure that I was or I wasn't. So cut to knowing him for a while, on the scene, in drag, didn't spend a lot of time with him. He was very, very tight with my drag mom, who shall go unnamed because anyone that knows Alexis knows who I'm talking about. My drag mom was like way out there. So, cut to my last days with Alexis, which is what this show is essentially all about. So, last few days, Alexis invites me to a 4th of July party at several places, to start at the Mondrian Hotel, because there was a big 4th of July party at the Mondrian Hotel. So I decided to go in face girl drag, body boy drag. I was actually wearing this tank top. So again, this is why I'm dressed like this, in Alexis's honor. Again, because she would club me over the head if I was wearing a button-down shirt. So we go to this party at the Mondrian. We hook up with Chandelier, and it's really fun. The picture is in the preview of the show. And then that was like whatever. She was putting out roaches in the astroturf of the hotel. And the security guard was watching her do it. Anyway, so then Chandelier and Alexis and I go to another party that is ridiculous because we're driving in this car I rented from a place called Rent-A-Wreck because I was afraid that my own car wouldn't make it because I knew we were going to end up in the Malibu compound that they had, Rosanna Arquette's place. And he was staying with Patricia in Hancock Park, so I gotta hurry. So I rented this jalopy. So we get into this jalopy, but we're headed to the compound where Roseanne is. There's a 3-house compound up there in Malibu. And so Alexis, since we're going to Rosanna's, decides that she needs a smaller cup size. So in the trunk of this rental, she changes from a D cup to a C. Don't ask. The trunk was open and we were right next to a rental car place right there across from Mondrian Hotel. So she's in a different size. And this is after dropping by the party with Chandelier, where Chandelier stayed, and we went on, did the change in the trunk of this total jalopy that I was even more afraid was going to break down. So then we head up to the compound in Malibu, or wherever, close to Malibu, I don't know, whatever, guys. And so you know, first of all, the traffic, forget it. Okay, Sunset, PCH, and she was to go to the compound, of course. So I'm very familiar with the 4th of July in Malibu. Believe it or not, I used to go to Malibu Colony every year when I was a kid, to a director's house with my parents, my stepfather, and that was back when you could like do fireworks on the beach.